Hey Gene, so the first thing we're going to do is go down into the cold storage room, and there are a couple different options here. This one up at the top, that one's the water for the house, so we're going to leave that one on and leave that one alone. But this one over here is the one that goes out to the yard, so we're just going to go ahead and shut the power or the water off right there. Alright, the next thing we're going to do is we're actually going to take these little caps off. Go ahead and unscrew those. There's a little ball valve in there that we're going to release the pressure, so it's easier to break off. So we'll just take a screwdriver down here. It's going to spray, so don't put your face right in front of it. Go ahead and open those up, and that'll help it drain out some of the pressure in the water. Once those are open, we can go ahead and shut off the water to the backflow preventer on both sides right here. Backflow preventer. Shouldn't be too tight. They're pretty easy to take off. Go ahead and take those screws out. You might have to tug this a little bit, get that to come out. Then I like to push this over. Two hands on it. So we just slid that up right there, and then this guy should come right out. And then you want to take this part off too. So you probably need two hands on that one as well. Alright, so we just pulled that off there. This little O-ring, we'll want to make sure we grab that. And then this little part right here, that O-ring, that's one we replaced this last year. Looks like it's fine right now, it's not cracked or anything, but we'll go ahead and leave that on there for the time being. So we're going to open these up because the water is turned off. Just make sure downstairs the water is turned off before you open these up. So we're going to open them up. You want to open them kind of like an angle there. And then we're going to go back downstairs again. Alright, so we're back downstairs in the cold storage room. You'll notice there's that little valve there. That's what we're going to open up. You want to make sure you have a bucket. So go ahead and put that bucket underneath and open it up, and it's going to release any water that's still in the line. There's not a lot of water in here, so it shouldn't fill up too much of the bucket. And that's it, so not too much. So it's okay if there's still a couple little drips in there, but make sure you always turn that back off. Otherwise, if you turn this back on, it's going to shoot straight out onto the ground. So you can go ahead and dump that bucket of water. I like to go ahead and put these little guys back on, just so they don't get lost. And then that gasket that we saw a second ago just fits right in there. It's that little rubber O-ring. So those three are back on. We're also going to want to give those a little quarter turn with the screwdriver and close them. That way when you turn it back on, you're not going to have any issues. So go ahead and give those a turn. like that, that means they're all closed. So I'll go ahead and put this all in a bag and then we'll go into the garage. Another thing you'll notice that these will stay open a little bit. That's to allow air to pass through them. This one over here allowed us to drain it downstairs, otherwise it would have kept it in the tube, and downstairs if we opened it up it wouldn't have drained. Same thing here, when we go into the garage we're actually going to turn the sprinklers on, which is really only going to release the vacuum so that all the water in this pipe through the sprinklers through the rest of the yard so that it drains properly. So now that we're in the garage, this is the box that turns the sprinklers on. We're just going to turn it to run, and we can make sure that it's going to actually water. If we check the days that it's supposed to run, all those have little water drops on them. The run time is set to 0, so we're going to have to increase that so that it actually opens up the valve. So we're just going to bump it up to 30 minutes. That way when the valves open up, the water should be able to drain from where I just showed you, near the backflow preventer. So 30, 30, 30. Start times. Just make sure that there is a time set, so that should open it up plenty long. And go ahead and leave it on run. And in about a week or so, I just go ahead and turn mine back off. That gives it plenty of time to drain out any water that's still in the system. I'll go ahead and put the backflow preventer down in the cold storage room near where the water shutoff is. That way it doesn't get too cold. You just don't want it to freeze, but it should be fine there in the cold storage.